start off with some red worms. Run a tube jig too to start. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, we got 2 people in here. Thumbs up already. What's going on, Brian B? Doing a little bait fishing. I need 12 bluegill. I'll take bass if I catch some little ditch pickles in this spot. But yeah, just want to replenish the bait tank. So if I go this weekend, I'm set. All depends on the weather and the life. So let me see if I haven't even cast it out there yet, so they may not even be here. Jiminy Christmas. And the last couple times I've been here, they've been rather on the large side. I don't really need any larges today. Not that they're not fun catching. It's not like any other bait. What's going on, Troy? How you doing? Troy, I've been fishing. What are you talking about? Been fishing the last 2 weeks and you've been in the last 2 years. Let's see what we can get here. I just realized something. The 2 most unfishing guys are the first ones in the chat. Let's see what we can get. I think I'm off to that side a little too much. Wind's blowing this way, which is a good sign. All right, let's try it over. Right on the weed edge that runs along here. I need 12 baits. Hopefully they won't be too hard to get. They're usually in this spot. Wind's blowing at me, so that's a good sign. It's been blowing this direction for the last couple of days, so they should be here. It's just finding them exactly where they're at that changes. I tried to go a little earlier, but some stuff came up at home. Mom's fridge broke last night. I was going to go flathead fishing, but I had to run out there and fix it, so I'm on the redemption tour for flathead. Oh, there we go. I think that's bass. Nope. All right, we found it. Look at this. That's 1. You guys keep count for me. See, they're a little on the bigger side, which is fine, but be honest, the river current's a little high, so it's easier to fish with smaller ones. So I don't know, 6 inches, 7 inches, something like that. Throw up my bait tank. Let me say hello to who's in here. Got to put on my eyes. Brian B. Room. Hey, there's Nate and Jay. What's going on, man? Just doing some bait fishing. Sit tight. We'll see if we can't get 12. That's 1. I need you guys to help me keep count because I'm old. I'm using a weighted round styrofoam bobber. I hate these things, but when I'm fishing into the wind, they're probably as good as it gets. All right. I'm glad I got 1. Beat the others last night or the night before, I think it was. That was rough. That was skunkamania. If I go flathead fishing, I'll go live. I might have somebody with me if I go over the weekend. That's the thing. It's hard to get people to come flathead fishing all night when people got their own jobs working. Oh, missed it. There I am. There's 2. Well, not 2 yet. I brought a tube jig with me to try too. I got it tied up, so we may try that in a little while. Same size as the last one. I'll take it. I do have to close the lid on this. I left the lid open on the bait shack because I'm trying to get, I just filled it. I put some better bait in there, but I like to be able to air off. Ah, lost that sucker. Come here, come here. We'll close it so they don't jump out because they're jumping in there. How many is that? How many we got? Sampy, what's up, buddy? Here, I'll read the chat. Let me get one more. That will be a fourth of the way there. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I want to stop at the butcher shop. I'm going to try and do some, not try, but I'd like to cook some beef ribs on a smoker this weekend. And I used to be friends with the, there we go. Oh, missed it. I used to be real good friends with the butcher, but unfortunately he passed away. But his daughter, who's been working there for like the 20 years I've been going, she still lets me know when they got sales and asks me if I want her to set something, or he used to ask me if he needed to set something aside for me before he sells out, like on sale items. So she contacted me this week. So I got a 3-rib plate of beef ribs waiting on me there. They ain't cheap, but she gives me the employee discount, which is pretty good. And I haven't had beef ribs in a long time. You know the big dino ribs? Those are my favorite. Probably my favorite piece, probably my favorite thing to smoke. There we go. Oh, no. That bobber went that way. Problem with this spot gets a little weedy. I checked another spot on my way here, and it was already overgrown with weeds. I don't know why. There hasn't been any heat. Today's like the first warm day. Well, we had one real nice warm day a couple weeks ago, but it's been cold. I just turned my heat off the day before yesterday, and Monday's supposed to be 88 degrees. Come on, see, they're pulling it, so the little ones have found my bait, which is fine, but there we go. All right, there's 3. Look at this girl. This one's a little bigger. She'll work. Hooked right in the snoot. All right, let me throw her in the bait shack and we'll read a little bit of chat. 1/4 of the way there. 3 down. Anyway, hey, what's going on, Jody? Mike Sampson, what's up? Catfish and Dreams, hey, what's going on? Just doing a little bait fishing, getting ready for some flathead fishing this weekend. So I appreciate you guys coming in. I actually, my nieces, or actually my nephew, what's going on, Ian? He said he wanted to watch me on YouTube, so that's one of the reasons I'm going live. So Ian, what's up, buddy? See if we can't get another one down and dirty here. I'm really wondering if that little tube jig will work. Only one way to find out. Let's try it. Let's see if I'm on a hill here, like a little cutout ledge. So if I step up or down, I'm on like an angle like this. So I gotta watch where I put my feet, or you guys are gonna have something to clip. There we go. Ooh, that's a bluegill. That's 4. There's another one. This one's got a little different colors. Look at that. That's 4 on one piece of red worm. I like when that happens. I hate putting worms on hooks. I hate messing with any worms. Not that they catch fish probably better than anything. It's just want to keep the hands clean if possible. Nope, that went down, nothing. Well, I think I got them stirred up. Getting hit after hit. Probably now that I mention it, they're going to stop. Bait's moving side to side. Let's get it back out in the zone. There we go. That's perfect. That's a good shot right there. I told you. That's what, 5? 5, we're getting there. We are getting there. This is a dandy male. These are all pretty big. All right. Now this, to me, this kind of stuff is what proves that culling, that you got to take some fish out of these ponds. Because every year I come back to this spot, they get bigger and bigger. My one trophy spot, which is like right around the corner, that sucker, I've been taking fish out of there forever. Hey, what's going on, Skywalker? How you doing? There's Gig, what's up? Schroeder's dad, yeah, that's it. Rustic, what's going on? Rustic, congrats on the new PB. I heard all about it. Gig, if I missed you, I don't think I did. There's Jody again. Yeah, we're just doing some bait fish. We got 5 in the tank. I'm looking for 12, so we're 7 away. We'll get them. Coming quick. All right, this bobber's a little shallow, so it's slid down a little bit, so let's see if shallower get me even a faster bite. If not, we'll adjust it when we bring it in. There's a drainage ditch. Hold on. Get where I can point. There's a drainage ditch like right there. And that drainage tile, I should say. And that tile washes gravel into this pond when it rains. So there's like along this side up to about, I don't know, maybe 50 feet out, there's a hump. So there's like a trough here. If you can get on that hump ledge, a lot of times that's where them fish are hiding behind it because the wind's coming this way. So they wait behind there for things to wash over the top of it, and then they ambush them. Whatever it is, bugs, minnows. I was talking to some of the kids in the parking lot. They were doing good. They got some big bass out of here today. See, I think, oh, there we go. Oh, distance. Come on. There we go. There's another one. That's 6. We're halfway there. This one's got some shoulders to it. There we go. There's another one. Ooh, there's barely any night crawler on this. Let's see if we can get one more out of this. Slid way up the shank of the hook. That's all I got left on there. See if we can get one more. We got 6 so far off half a red worm, not a night crawler. Come on, fishy. I love it when bait comes easy. Right now, if I didn't catch another one, I'd be set. I got some bait still at home, so. The way I look at it is if you guys notice there's another one, little one. What is this? Just a little bass? Look at this. This, John, this gets a reprisal. This gets pardoned because it's too small for bait. The problem with bass this size is they die in a big 8-aught hook, but there you go. This thing's loaded with bass in this pond. All right, so we're gonna put a new hook on. Yeah, it wasn't the most gracious release, but it is a bass. Oh, wait, they're still on here. All right, we got 7. Was it 7 in the tank? You guys keep them counting. How many do I got in the tank? 6 or 7? I think I got 6. One extra ain't ever gonna hurt. Yeah, I need to put a new night crawler on here. I should be getting hits in that spot already. There we go. Missed them. Let's see if they're closer to this side. There we go. Now we got it. I'll be. Look at that. All right, folks. I need you to tell me in chat if I should use this for bait. It's a little bigger. The problem with using, now the bass can be too small and they can be too big. I like to use 5-ounce weights on my catfish rigs on the river. They kind of peg the baits down pretty good. This thing could be dragging it all over the place, causing me all sorts of problems. Bait, no bait. Rustic says no bait all day and night. It's a little too big for bait. I mean, I don't know what to, here's a, you know how big a hat is, right? So that give you an idea of how big it is. But I don't use cut bait, not this time of year. Live bait. All right, John, if you watch this is for you, buddy. I'm sending this one back. Yeah, that's a little too big. It's fun to catch. All right, let's put a fresh worm on here. Fresh worm. We're gonna catch a few more bluegill and then we'll try the tube jig out. See how it works. The reason why I want to try it is, it's a Berkeley tube jig, way overpriced, but I bought it because I had a Farm and Fleet $10 coupon reward thing, so I used it to try it. They're pre-tied tube jigs, which are kind of ridiculous to buy, but I'm a big fan of the Berkeley stuff. So I wanted to try it. Spend more time messing with my rig and my line in the wind than I do fishing sometimes. That's why I got high vis lines so this old man can see. So yeah, I'm totally lost. I'm gonna say I got 6 in the bait tank, so this will be 7. There's another one. Woo-hoo. If I'm like bluegill fishing to bluegill, I won't use worms. Just because it's kind of easy. But when I'm bait fishing, I need it to be easy because I need to get the bait to fish for the hard fish. All right, back in the money spot. Am I still on camera? telling you, you guys are going to catch me falling off the side of this hill one of these days. There we go. There it went. See, I'm about, oh wait, there, I got him. Oh, missed him too. Let's see if they took my worm from me. Oh, just a little piece. Alright, that should be one. There should be one right there. There we go. Come on, eat it. Eat the bait. See, this is the size I was kind of thinking about using. And it's gut hooked. And I left my fish pick at home. Alright, we're gonna have to do a little operating on him. Hopefully we can keep him alive. Oh no, he's bleeding out bad. I'm not going to show you guys how bad he's bleeding for YouTube reasons, so give me a second here. Wow, I didn't know they could bleed so much. You know, Yeah, Brandon, I think this is going to be cut bait by the time it gets home. So, do we count that as 8? Nah. This is an asterisk. Let's see if it survives. All right. You know what? Let's try that tube jig. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. We'll see what, I should have brought the white ones, but just a little tube jig. It's a chartreuse with a, what is that, a gold skirt? Let's see what's going on in chat here. Hey, Mark Barnum, how you doing? Rebel River Cats, what's going on? Yeah, we're just doing some bait fishing. We're gonna see if we can catch one on this tube jig. I'm not sure we can, but I don't see why not. They're nipping at it. Are they gonna commit then? Nope, they're pulling it under. Let's see if we can't get one to commit. Nope, they're pulling it under. They're just not getting the whole thing in their mouth. We're gonna give it, I'll give it a little more, a few more chances here. I don't see why one of the big ones couldn't take that bait in. There we go. Oh, we had one, we lost one. I actually felt it. Hook set. These hooks could be a little too big too. These would probably be better for crappie, to be honest. I bought them and took them up to Mendota. I tried them up there, but not even the Berkeley gulps were working. So it was a red worm kind of day. See, it's taking it under, but I'm gonna let them take it under and then we'll set the hook like that. Oh, thought I had it. We got to give them a little more time to commit. They are liking it though. All right, let's see what happens here. We're gonna 1,000. Oh, come on. Yep. Nope, missed that one too. All right, last chance, and then we're going back to red worms. I'd tie on a Berkeley gulp minnow, but I'm not gonna spend my time retying while you guys are on here with me. I only need what, 4 more, 5 more? Nope. Man, they're taking it crazy. They like it. They just can't get the whole thing in. All right, last chance for this one. We're gonna give it, it's under, it came up. See, they pull it under and then they don't do anything. I know it's hard for you guys to see, so I'm giving you the play-by-play. I really want to catch one on this too, Jim. Try moving it slowly. All right, I lied. All right, let's see what happens out there. No, they're just refusing to take the whole bait. They're just grabbing a little skirt. Going skirt, skirt, skirt. There we go. All right, mission accomplished. But I don't think it's a. Is it a bluegill? Whatever it is, it's big. It's down in the weeds. Head shakes. What do we catch you? Oh no, this is a little better. Another bass. No, it's the same size as the one I just caught. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same one. See what I mean? Everything, you can catch anything on these tube jigs. It's just size. If they can get this sucker down their gullet, you can get them. Yeah, I don't want this one. Actually, I think this is the same one I caught already. Big dummy. All right, let's get a worm back out there. I got to get 4 or 5 more bluegills. You guys might hear me talk about these Pro V Eagle Claw Aberdeen hooks. See how it's got a little V in them? What that does is you get a better hook set and you can get a bigger hook into smaller fish just because of the angle of it, I believe. All right. These are kind of chunky. All right. There we go. Worm. Back to worms. Old school. At least I caught a fish on that tube jig. Right, I'm top of that hook. There we go. Oh, that sucker jumped out of it. I yanked him right out of the water. That might be another little bass. No, I think it's... Let me turn the camera for you guys so you can see where I'm fishing. All right. We'll get 4 more. Oh, he decimated this worm already. There we go. Here, let me turn. Here, let me get this in the big tank. And I'll turn the camera so you can see the area I'm fishing a little better. All right, let me catch one more and then I'll check chat. I'll put my glasses on. That's money right there. Oh, and then I'm not standing in the camera. I think I've done, never did this before. Should have got bit by now. There we go. Oh, pull it right out of its mouth. Set the hook a little too soon. Oh, me talking these hooks up, and I'm losing fish here. That felt like a big one. Hooked up again. Sometimes, you know, when the sun's out, I can catch some really pretty pumpkin seeds at this spot. But today now just seemed to be your standard run-of-the-mill bluegill. There we go. 3 more, I think. Oh yeah, that one's a floater. That's gonna be cut bait. We'll put that one in a Ziploc bag when we get home and freeze it. I will not let that go to waste. Save that for some channel catfishing. All right, let's see what's going on in chat. Nasty worms, nasty worms. So what, 3 more guys, do you agree? What's up, Chris? How you doing, bud? Lisa, what's going on? Happy birthday, Lisa. Today's Lisa's birthday. There's Lance. Rebel River Cats. I think I said hello to you, but I'll say hello to you again. Mark Barnum, hello. And there's Gabe. Look at that. 21 people watching me catch bluegills for bait. All right, 3 more. Let's finish this up. I got a plate of beef ribs to pick up on the way home. Or I got to pick up an order of plate ribs, beef plate ribs, I guess they're called. I call them dino ribs. You know, if you're gut hooking a lot of bluegills, chances are your bait's resting on the bottom. Especially if you're bobber fishing, because you got, you know, loose line, so you can't really tell bites. If you're on a bobber and you're still gut hooking them, you got that bait laying on the bottom. They're picking it up and swallowing it before you know. Yeah, that's a nice one. This one's got a little bit of girth to it. Look at that. Nice bait. It's actually one of the, probably the biggest one I caught today out here. Look at that. Boom. Boom. So cringe. All right, 2 more. Dose. 2 more to go. Yeah, if I can get out do a little flathead fishing this weekend, I will do that. Actually, I want to go to see some of the guys that fish the river. I haven't hooked up with, or not hooked up, but I haven't seen them guys all season. So it'd be nice to see a few of them that fish the river, just to say what's up. Come on. Here we go. All right. We need 1 more after this. This sucker's a little longer. There we go. I got big hands, so they make them all. They make that look smaller than they really are. All right, we need 1 more here. You know, I know I'm going to use this stuff for bait, but I really do enjoy pan fishing. Simple, anybody can go. It's close to my house. You get light enough tackle, they fight real well. I got like a super ultralight trout rod that I haven't pulled out of storage in a long time. I should do that. I use that for inline spinners. I use the little Panther Martins. That's always fun to catch panfish on that. But the problem is the weeds are so close to the bank here. Pulling an inline spinner with a treble hook on it would be a nightmare. Come on, give me 1 more. There we go. This one's for you, Lisa. It's a birthday fish. It's not a bass, so there you go. All right, let me get this one in the tank. Oh, that's how I like it, lively, kicking. Look at that. That didn't take too long, did it, folks? This one's not gut hooked, but it is a little deeper. I do not want to kill this one. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to avoid doing that at all. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's barely hooked, but deeper. Let me, where did I put my knife? There it is. Just got my Leatherman that I've been using. I always got this with me. I've had this thing forever. That's why you got to ask an old man for gear reviews, because they have stuff forever. They'll tell you if they last or not. There we go. Done. All right, that's the last one. That's like 12-ish. I know there's at least 12 in there. Let me put this in the bucket. I think I got 12 in that one floater in there, but that, as soon as I get home, that sucker will get in the Ziploc bag and get frozen. All right, let me get the worm off the hook. Yeah, I could catch more and put them in my bait tank, but I got a 100-gallon tank. I fill up to about 70 gallons, and it can handle them, but less maintenance, the better. Because I've lately, this last year was the first year I actually fed my bait fish. I used to not feed them. I know, horrible, whatever, but I used to use them a lot faster. And I like fresher. I like bait that hasn't been sitting in a tank for too long. To be honest, it just seemed to kick a little harder and a little longer. Burrito, I fell asleep waiting for that. Stop it. I'm going to flip you off, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not rude. Who's rude? How dare you? All right, folks, we got the bait we set out to do. I'm going to go run that errand over at the butcher shop, and I don't know. It's a little cloudy. You can probably tell. Behind you, there's... Here, I'll show you behind. It looks like there's rain clouds out there. I don't know if you can see them. It looks kind of dark. There's no rain in the forecast. I know, fish don't care if it's wet. Yeah, well, I care if I get wet, so. Yeah, leave me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it, folks. That's what, live stream 41 minutes right now? Not too bad. What do we get? 12, 13 bluegill, and 3 bass? Not a bad day for 40 minutes. All right, folks, go have a wonderful weekend. Get out and fish, get out and cook, spend time with your loved ones. And there's my buddy Ernie. Sorry, Ernie, we're ending it right now. All right, folks, again, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for coming. Yep.